Hey vibes, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, hit the subscribe button so that you can stay here and join us on this beautiful journey of the Vibe Squad. And if you're not new here, lovely to see you back. Thank you for showing me support and I love you so very much. So in today's quick video, I wanted to touch on the topic of support, right? As I'm growing and continuing on in this YouTube journey, I am finding out that there are other people who share these same struggles, and I wanted to just put out there a little bit of advice around it. So first and foremost, when it comes to support, I used to be the type of person that would easily get upset and offended when I felt like I wasn't receiving the support that I felt like I deserved. And that used to bother me some time ago, right? So, you know, people, I would be like, man, I'm supporting this person and I'm doing this, but I'm not getting the same love shown back to me. And I'm not saying that we don't deserve that, but what I am saying is that sometimes I let go of the expectation of it, and I also started to just truly just support and leave it at that. Support without needing something in return. I think that like when we think about that word, it's always like it has to be, it's a give take. It has to come from the other side. And there are many things that can factor into it. And I had to learn those things the hard way. Like some people aren't even capable of meeting you where you're at in the moment, or some people, they just simply can't support you. Because of things that they might be going through, or you know, they're not purposely not wanting to. It's just, I think life gets the best of many people. I do believe that like we should be supporting one another, especially as friends. But I understand that, you know, we're all in different places at the same time. So for some people, expecting so much support on them, it is a really big thing for them. You know, in my head, it seems simple. Now, I do also believe that we all have different levels to support, right? The way I feel like somebody should support me may not be in the way that they know how, but they're still supporting because that's the best way they know how to do it. Sometimes we get mad at the way someone is doing something. And it's not to say that you're not allowed to feel that way. Maybe you have that conversation with the person and figure out what that looks like for them. I think everything at the end of the day is about communicating. I think we need to stop making, assumptions and putting, these ideas on people that may not even be real. I think some of us walk around with chips on our shoulders. Like, you may be the one asking for a lot of support, but don't even give that back in return. So me personally, I do try my hardest to support where I am able to and where I can. There have been many of times that I've sat and, bought someone's product or, supported, maybe their video, and I've received support back, and some other times I haven't. And back in the day, they used to make me so angry, because I'm like, wow, like if you really love me, if you're really my friend and in my corner, why aren't you showing me support, But I think it's about open dialogue, communication, really figuring out why that person isn't doing it, or whatever it is. Some people have an underlying jealousy. Like, let's just throw that out there, right? There are some people who they just literally are jealous, so they don't want to, they choose not to support you. And I'm gonna tell you right now, those people should not be in your lives, because people that are your friends and really want to see you grow and thrive, they're going to show you support, whether it be them purchasing something or commenting something or just calling you up on the phone and telling you that they're proud of you, or a simple text or a dinner, whatever it is, right? All of that does fall under the category of support. When we start to compare support is when we start to have a problem. If someone reaches out to me and they're like, hey, Brooklyn, I seen your video. I thought it was really good. Keep up the great work. People don't understand that makes the world of difference to me, right? I can only speak for myself. So for me, it's like in this YouTube game, I'm sitting here making these videos week by week for you guys and for self as well. And, to see that someone has recognized the work that I put into the video is just like, that always makes me feel so good. It makes me feel like the work that I put in is valued and that somebody recognizes it, right? And I think that I feel that way because I myself am, I'm a giver and I love to give support and give whatever I can, really. So when I receive that, it's like, it's almost like a love language for me, right? It's like, wow, you're understanding a part of me and you're really trying your hardest to show me that you care, So of course, there are levels to every single thing, right? Like, I think anything we talk about, there's levels to every single thing. And that's why I want to have open dialogue. Like, let's have these conversations in the comments. Let's open it up. Are you feeling like your friends are supportive to you or your family members or whatever it is, How are you feeling? Like, let's check on each other in the chat. Let me know. I'm letting you guys know. Right now, in this moment, I feel so good. Like, I feel like I'm in a state of mind where it's like, if I have one person watching my videos, I just feel good about that, It doesn't feel good when no one's watching your videos. Let's call it what it is. And like I said, this is a vibe channel. We are real as could be on here. We don't sugarcoat nothing or none of that. Okay, we call it like it is, and that's what I'm gonna do right now and tell you that people want you to support them is what I'm saying, and I hope that I need support, everyone needs support, right? So I'm lucky enough to have, a friend group around me that is supportive in what I'm doing. And my friends know who they are. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I really love y'all. You guys already know that. But yeah, there are definitely, I also find myself being really surprised at some of the other people that are supporting me as well. And it goes to show that, like, wow, there is a lot of people who are watching you from a distance and watching you in the background. And of course there is, because I have people that I watch from the background too, and I'll come forth when need be, but fall back as well, because maybe we're not as close we don't have like a super close bond, but it's almost like I see you as a person in this world out here doing stuff, and as a talented individual, I see what you're doing. So this whole topic of support is it's a big one, right? And if you're feeling like you're not being supported, the best thing you can do is just reach out, tell your friends, tell your people, whoever it is, how you feel. Heck, it can be your significant other who's not supporting you, right? I have seen and heard those stories as well too. So you want to make sure those people are really helping you, because that's all it does, help to motivate you, right? Like, to keep going, to see yourself doing something for the rest of your life. You need the motivation from the people around you, right? So I know that it's really, really hard. I mean, there are a lot of people who aren't in my corner right now that will be in my corner later. And I used to look at that as like a negative thing, and but it's like not, right? Like, if I'm coming from this mindset of love and God's love, what does that really look like? Well, they're still coming forward. They're just coming later on. Some people are a see it to believe it type of person, right? And that doesn't mean that I need to befriend them or whatever it is. They can still support, I can still support, and we can be, off into the distance with it, right? So while I used to say like, oh, they'll be around later on and reaping the benefits of blah blah blah, well, yeah, they are going to reap the benefits, because they are going to really see who you are, and they're going to really finally hear you for you and be like, wow, I've actually missed out on supporting this person for this many years, and that's the beauty in all of it. So I just want to let you guys know to like keep chugging along, keep pressing along. Do not stop for nobody. Do it for you, do it for your family, do it for whoever you want to do it for. Me, I'm doing it for God, because God gave me this platform, and that's who I'm first and foremost doing it for, and the rest will fall into line and fall into place. It already is. So I know that we hear a lot about people not supporting people, and it is interesting, right? Because we can easily turn on certain TV shows and support all these celebrities and know the latest gossip and the latest news and be right there in their homes, and those people not know us from a can of paint. And you hear your friend is trying to get their business off the ground, or they are getting it off the ground, or they're going to school, or they're whatever, starting YouTube or creating or whatever it is, and we're not as interested in that as we are you know, these celebrities that are over here on this side. So make sure you check in with your friends, man. Like, check in, let's check in with each other. You know, I'm happy to be that place where we all feel safe and comfortable. I just want people to understand that support does come in many different forms. Even if it doesn't come in the form of what you believe it to come in, just know that there are people who love you, there are people who are behind you, there are people who are rooting for you, there are people who want you to continue this journey, whatever you're on, whatever you're doing. You know, I love all you guys as my supporters. I want you to keep going. I want to see you thrive. Let's thrive together. You're already thriving, okay? Yes, ways that we can support each other is by checking in, communicating more than just on social media. Literally pick up the phone, right? Some people need in-person conversations. Have dates with your friends, right? Keep up with the things that they're doing. And I know that's hard because we're all doing different things, and I'm not telling you to do this every single day. It's just a quick check-in. It's a quick text. I mean, you could go and like the post on Shade Room. You can go like your friend's stuff too as well. What you don't know is that while it sounds so like, oh, but it's just a like some of that stuff helps to further, for other eyes to further see what they are doing. We have to be real. We're living in a world where social media is big, and it's a platform for a lot of people. Businesses are on there. All types of people are on there. So your like does matter. You know, your retweet does help. You know, your post does matter to that person. You never know who's looking and who is, you know, seeing your stuff. So yeah, I hope that this helps someone. I hope that this helps you even. Even hearing me talk about this helps me. You know, I really used to struggle with the idea of that, and I'm not so much in that place now. At this point, I know who's in my corner and who's not, and for the most part, those negative not people are not in my life anymore, so I don't have to really worry about that as much. If you really like this video, please share it with someone. I just wanted to touch on that topic, knowing that, like, if you are the friend that's not being supportive, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. Not shame on you, but you know, this is your wake-up call. It's like, you need to check in with your friends, right? If you know that you're the friend that's not being supportive. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, I will catch you guys in my next vibe video. Bye.